Hari Hari Jai 24-hour Kirtan Mandali Ke Hari Hari Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vana Girivardha Gopi Jana Vana Girivardha Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardha Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardha Sodhanandana Vrajadana Yasodhanandana Vrajadana Yasodhanandana Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Jaya Radha Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardha Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardha Sodhanandana Vrajadana Yasaranandana Rajajanarandana Yamuna Tiravanasa Yamuna Itago Shitala Premanande Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Gopal Krishna Goswami Prabhupada Sahitya Prakasha Charan Kirvan Sadhu Bhagavati Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa sunyabhadi paschatya desatani. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyanam Jnana Salakaya Chaksurum Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Sijita Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaisnavamscha Serupam Sagrajatam Sadhana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Vipasindubhya evacha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaisnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Ghora Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adilila, Chapter 5, The Glories of Lord Nityananda Balaram. Text number 20. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Chintamani Bhumi Kalpa Vriksha Mayavana. Chintamani Bhumi Kalpa Vriksha Mayavana. Charma Chakse Deke Tare Prapanchera Sama. Chintamani Bhumi Kalpa Vriksha Mayavana. Charma Chakse Deke Tare Prapanchera Sama. Chintamani Bhumi Kalpa Vriksha Mayavana. Charma chakse deke tare prapanche sama. One from Prabhu's and one from the Mataji. Chintamani bhumi kalpa bhikshamaya ghana. Chintamani bhumi kalpa bhikshamaya ghana. Charma chakse deke tari prapanche rasama. Word for word meaning, Chintamani bhumi, the land of touchstone. Kalpa vrikshamaya, full of desire trees. Vana, forest. Charma chakshe, the material eyes. Deke, see. Tare, it. Prapanche rasama, equal to the material creation. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The land there is touchstone, Chintamani, and the forests abound with desired trees. Material eyes see it as an ordinary place. Everybody please repeat. The land there is touchstone, Chintamani, and the forest abound with desired trees. Material eyes see it as an ordinary place. So, which land is big? Vrindavan. No difference, Boma Vrindavan, Goloka Vrindavan. We're very fortunate. We're touching Vrindavan every day. Purport. By the grace of the Lord, His Dhammas said, by the grace of the Lord, His Dhamma and He Himself can all be present simultaneously without losing their original importance. Only when one fully develops in affection and love of Godhead can one see those Dhammas in their original appearance. Srila Narottam Das Thakur, a great acharya in the preceptorial line of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has said, for our benefit, that one can perfectly see the Dhammas only when one completely gives up the mentality of lording it over material nature. One's spiritual vision develops proportionately to one's giving up the debased mentality of unnecessarily enjoying matter. A diseased person who has become diseased because of a certain bad habit must be ready to follow the advice of the physician. And as a natural sequence, he must attempt to give up the cause of the disease. The patient cannot indulge in the bad habit and at the same time expect to be cured by the physician. Modern materialistic civilization, however, is maintaining a diseased atmosphere. The living being is a spiritual spark, as spiritual as the Lord Himself. The only difference is that the Lord is great and the living being is small. Qualitatively, they are one, but quantitatively, they are different. Therefore, since the living being is spiritual in constitution, He can be happy only in the spiritual sky, where there are unlimited spiritual spheres called Vaikunthas. A spiritual being conditioned by a material body must therefore try to get rid of the disease instead of developing the cause of the disease. Foolish persons engrossed in their material assets are unnecessarily proud of being leaders of the people, but they ignore the spiritual value of men. Such illusion leaders make plans covering any number of years, but they can hardly make humanity happy in a state conditioned by the threefold miseries inflicted by material nature. One cannot control the laws of nature by any amount of struggling. One must, at last, be subject to death, nature's ultimate law. Death, birth, old age, and illness are symptoms of the disease condition of the living being. The highest aim of human life should therefore be to get free from the miseries and go back home, back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Chintamani bhumi kalpa bhikshamaya vana charma chakse deke tare prapanche rasama. So the series of verses in this part of the Chaitanya Charitamrita talks about the transcendental abode of Lord Krishna in this spiritual world, the topmost place in the Vaikuntha planets, Goloka Vrindavan. When we say Goloka Vrindavan, that means planet of the cows, Go, Loka. And here in Bhoma, the earthly planet, there is also what we call Gokula Vrindavan. And then again, the Go is there, the cows, because Krishna's greatness, God's greatness, is not exemplified through his majestic position, but through simplicity, agrarian environment, rural environment. The sweetness of Lord Krishna's quality surpassed his majestic position. And that Goloka Vrindavan is not different than where we are right now. Gokula Vrindavan, Bhoma Vrindavan. When we say Vrindavan, Van means forest. It is mentioned here also in the sloka. It's a forest of Brinda, Brinda Devi. She is the topmost plant devotee of Lord Krishna. She never leaves Krishna, always with Krishna, located at his lotus feet. Tulsi and what? Chandan. That's why when Srimati Radharani, when her eyes were completely shut, closed, the first scent or fragrance that she smelled was that Chandan and Tulsi. And she knew, she understood that Krishna is there. So, this Vrindavan is very special. For those who live in Vrindavan, and those who come even for a short period of time, we cannot imagine the immense effect that one can have and have their hearts be transformed, be purified, and immediately one can attain love of God. Yamuna, Govardhan, and Rajaraj. 3 specific items that can give us immediately love of God. But one may ask, well, I've been here for 10 years. How come I'm not seeing Vrindavan? I'm seeing, full of garbage all over the place. Some place also, before reaching Loy Bazaar, you'll be passing a place where the Bangi area is. Very smelly. How come I don't see real Vrindavan, where everything is touchstone? Chintamani prakarasadmusu kalpabiksha. Everything is made of touchstone. When we say touchstone, this is not an ordinary stone. Touchstone means chintamani. It fulfills everyone's desires. How about kalpabriksha trees? All the trees here in Vrindavan, Boma Vrindavan, because there's no difference, is also called wish-fulfilling desire trees. Prabhupada says in the material world, a fruit tree can only yield a certain type of fruit specific for that tree. But in this spiritual world, the trees are called kalpavriksha, wish-fulfilling. It's like here we have tamal tree. Now, very difficult to embrace, but you can still reach a little bit and touch. See it? Oh, don't touch, okay. Touch within your heart. You can jump a little bit and touch the leaves. That's why. Okay, don't touch. Touch within your mind. Oh, okay. She's still a baby kalpabriksha tree. So with babies, we have to be careful, right? Yes. Yes, that's why some of the trees in Vrindavan, they are like shiny. Why is that? Because they've been embraced by thousands and thousands and thousands of devotees. And when they embrace the tree, then they will have a desire. This is the symptom of the soul. Symptom of the soul is that they have desire. As long as we have this body, then we will have a desire. Now, why is it wish-fulfilling desire tree? Now, the tree doesn't fulfill everyone's desire. The tree will only fulfill one's desire if the desire has in connection to Lord Krishna. If it is for our own material desires or sense enjoyment, then that tree will not fulfill that desire. Yes, why is it that we cannot see the real Vrindavan? Sometimes it is manifest, prakat, and sometimes it is unmanifest, aprakat. But for those whose heart has been purified with a tinge of love of Godhead, and they can see Vrindavan as it is. It's like Mother Daivi Shakti, she quoted many verses from Srila Prabhupada's words, from his books, conversations, and so on. And it is titled, Vrindavan as it is. Who has that book? Raise your hand. Okay, it's available in our bookshop, Vrindavan as it is. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur was asked one time, Guru Maharaj, how come you said that this Vrindavan, Bhoma Vrindavan, is not different than Goloka Vrindavan? Why is it that I'm not seeing it? How is it that I see material things? I don't see Chintamani stones. I don't see Kalpavriksha trees. I don't see Surabhir, Kamadhenu. These cows that yields unlimited amount of milk. It says that 5,000 years ago, during the Leela of Lord Krishna, along with his eternal associates, the ground is always moistened by milk. And you see our road right now, this Bhaktivedanta Swami road, Bhaktivedanta Swami Marg. Now, 5,000 years ago, don't have this wide, much wider, because in those days, alone, Nanda Maharaj has 900,000 cows. This is only figuratively speaking. Can you imagine 900,000 cows? That means what? 1 million. How about the other cowherd men? That means millions and millions and millions of Surabhi cows. That means in those days, the road is quite wider, the path is much wider. We cannot imagine, and don't try to picture it. We can just picture it, but don't try to see it logic-wise. And Krishna will be always taking care of the cows. He spent more time with the cows than with Mother Yasoda. At least 12 hours every day. Is that correct, Vishwanath Prabhu? Yes. At least every time you see Krishna, he's always with a devotee. But most of the times, he's always with a cow or a calf. So Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur says, the problem is our vision. Vrindavan is spiritual, part of the spiritual world. It is the spiritual world. It's an extension of Lord Balaram's energy. Chit Shakti. So why is it? Because of our contaminated senses, our contaminated mind, our impure intelligence, our propensity to always enjoy. So Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur compared to like having a red tin film. If there is a red tin film here, in between you and me sitting here, what color is you? What color do I see? Huh? Red. And you also see me as red. Yes? So this thin film is that Maya, that Yoga Maya, that prevents us from seeing the real nature of the spiritual world. And Prabhupada quoted here, Srila Narottam Das Thakur, Bisaya Chadiya Kabe Sudahabema Kabe Habe Heribo Shi Vrindavan Dham. That as long as we have this mentality, Prabhupada quoted here, let me see. One's spiritual vision develops proportionately to one's giving up the debased mentality of unnecessarily enjoying matter. So it's proportionate. There's nothing wrong with Vrindavan. What's wrong is us. Especially if we still have this enjoying propensity because of one's birth, because of one's mentality, because of one's envious mentality, especially the most difficult to give up. The enjoying propensity that, yes, I've been here for 10 years now and I have not seen Vrindavan as it is. Why? Because of false ego. I don't see Vrindavan is meant to be a place of service. I see Vrindavan as a place for me to enjoy. I see Vrindavan as a place for comfort, not of austerity. So we can check ourselves whether we are getting close to see Vrindavan. Am I getting attached to the holy name of the Lord? Or I'm still in the platform of obligation. It is my duty to chant the holy name. We talked about that from our last meeting, having taste. Am I having the taste, really, to serve and not expecting that, hey, I am entitled. I am entitled for what I did. And everyone should know that I am having that position, but not of service mentality, but enjoying mentality. Entitlement. Oh, that is very difficult to understand how that person can go back home, back to Godhead. If he says, oh, I have a position and I'm entitled. No, we're all servants here. No one is a proprietor. No one is a maintainer. No one is a doer. We're all servants. Krishna Balaram, they are the main proprietors and enjoyers. We're just here as instruments. That's why every night, before we take rest, we should ask ourselves, how did I do the whole day? Was I humble? Did I speak harsh words? Did I make someone agitated because of my actions? Was I being polite? Was I really in the mood of service and not expecting anything in return? Oh Lord Krishna, I know that you know I am most unqualified, but somehow, by the great fortune given by Srila Prabhupada and my spiritual master, I am here in Vrindavan. Somehow or other, please make me see Vrindavan as it is. Get rid of all of these contaminations. Get rid of all of these anarthas within my heart. Sometimes, persons who would come to Vrindavan for a short period of time, they can get very, very quick transformation of the heart. More than those who are staying in Vrindavan for so many, many years. How is that? Because when they come, they really take advantage. They value Vrindavan. Some of them I met Maharaj, I haven't been here for 12 years. Just imagine that. I'm sure he must be yearning within his heart to come. I told him, you must come every year. Come every year. What is it that makes you not to come? Of course, many other side things that we consider to be priority. It's like last night we passed by here, near Prema Mandir. Oh, any one of you have been there nighttime? Raise your hand. It was a big mela there. So many people, thousands and thousands. Of course, because brahmacharis, we don't go this far that much. It's only here and Goshala. Panchagora Prabhu, I'm sure he sees the whole mela there every night. Everyone is so busy making money or whatever. But some of them are very serious. And we're very fortunate somehow if they have come and visit Krishna Balaram Mandir. It's very unique. The purity of the place is unimaginable. In spite of, so many, I don't want to use the word chaos, but it's chaotic. It's chaotic out there. But it's like a safe heaven. It's like really Mandir. So, yes, the Acharya says, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says also, that we have to purify our hearts to see Vrindavan. Same with Rupa Goswami, same with Jiva Goswami, same with Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And everything that we do every day helps us to get closer and closer and closer to Vrindavan as it is. Not the external Vrindavan that we see. Because Vrindavan is within our heart. We mentioned that also before. You can be in Vrindavan, but at the same time, if your mind is in Mumbai, then you are not in Vrindavan. But you can be in Mumbai, and within your heart, you are always meditating Vrindavan, then you are in Vrindavan. To take birth in Vrindavan is very auspicious. To live in Vrindavan is very auspicious. But to die in Vrindavan, it is the most auspicious. We have one devotee here. He's very old. He asked me, did I tell you this before? Maybe not. She asked me, Maharaj, please pray for me. I said, what do you mean? Please pray for me so that I can leave my body soon. He must be ready. Are you ready to leave your body? Yes or no? Yeah. Good. Because you are in Vrindavan. But he's very humble. How can he ask me this? How can Maharaj? I says, no, you must be still with us. We want your association longer. It says in the Mathura Mahatmya that, let's say you are very far away from Vrindavan, but you are yearning to live, to come to Vrindavan. It's like Kamala Krishna Mataji, the wife of Manu Prabhu. We've been in UK for the last two years. So we went to visit her. She was really wanting to come to Vrindavan. She wanted to spend the rest of her life in Vrindavan, but she's incapacitated. She's not able to travel, and the son, Sanjeev, also, it will be very difficult. So she left her body in UK. But she's always wanting to come to Vrindavan. It says in the Mathura Mahatmya that if you are very far away from Vrindavan, but you are always longing to come and stay in Vrindavan, visit Vrindavan, but somehow you are not able to go because you left your body. But you're always thinking of Vrindavan. So what happened? You will live in Vrindavan. You will take birth in Vrindavan. Next life. Haribo. So for us, it's easy to be familiar. Those who live in Vrindavan try to not to commit aparad, especially Vaishnava aparad, criticizing devotees, blaspheming devotees, belittling devotees, judgmental. Be very careful. That's why Prabhupada says it is better to come in Vrindavan for a short visit. How many days? 3 days. What? What, 3 days? What can you do in 3 days? Not much, isn't it? But it's better to stay, visit for a short period and not to commit offenses. It's like 1 month is not enough to be in Vrindavan to visit all the holy places, to the holy Lila Stalis of Lord Krishna. It's not enough. It's like we have this Brajamandal Parikama every year, 1 month, roaming around in different forests, 12 forests of Vrindavan. So if somehow or other we are service-oriented during the whole day, being engaged in service towards their lordships, towards the devotees, then more likely we'll be able to prevent aparads. What that Prabhupada says? An idle mind is a devil's workshop. One can think of many, many things besides Krishna if one is not engaged. So sometimes devotees who are visiting, they will ask, Maharaj, is there any service I can do? I'm only here for a few days. Yes, there's so many things to do here. We have book distribution program. You can see Saranga Thakur Prabhu. He can engage you. We have this 24-hour mandali. Can engage in hearing. Sometimes devotees tell me who are visiting, when I come to Vrindavan, I just in Krishna Balaram Mandir. I don't go anywhere. They're satisfied. So much. Satisfied, they don't want to go outside and roam around. No. Prabhupada says, if you want to forget Krishna, go to Loy Bazaar. Sometimes devotees, as soon as they arrive in Vrindavan, you'll see them in Loy Bazaar. I call it Louis Bazaar. Yeah, they spend more time in Louis Bazaar than anywhere else. So how can they find Krishna? Maybe they're doing some shopping for their deities, so that's okay. But don't spend too much there. Spend more time in the association of devotees. Here, Srimad Bhagavatam. I know some devotees, they come, they don't hear Bhagavatam. Or those who live in Vrindavan, they don't have time to come and sit down here. And they want to give Srimad Bhagavatam class. Well, how is that? You just want to be in the Bhagavatam class when you want to sit down here and tell whatever you learn? No realization? One can be a teacher or a preacher. Which one is you? No, you should be a preacher. Preacher including teacher. If you're a teacher, it's like a Brahmana and a Vaishnava. If you're a Vaishnava, you're automatically a Brahmana. Okay. Book knowledge is not good enough if you don't have realization. Being in Vrindavan and not understanding and realizing that, yes, this is the greatest gift that Srila Prabhupada has distributed all over the world, fulfilling the instructions coming from his spiritual master, fulfilling the instructions even coming from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who gave us the method how we can attain Vraja Prem. This is the main reason why we are here in Vrindavan, to attain the Vraja Prem. And the quicker we achieved it, the better. The more we would like to give this to others, not just sitting comfortably for our own benefit. So yes, it's a very nice purport. Ultimately, it is the duty of the leaders of the society to educate and give Krishna consciousness to others. They may be very, very popular, but their popularity is useless. Especially now, all over the world, everyone is in anxiety about this war going on. Who knows when is this going to end? Who knows which countries will get more devastated? Not just this destruction, but economically, there are many places being affected right now all over the world. If you are following the news, sometimes we have to hear the news to see what's going on in the world.
That's why we're only serving khichdi in the morning.
Yeah, that's why we're having khichdi. But we have the best khichdi in the world. I remember the early days coming to Vrindavan. First time I came to Vrindavan, 1987. We will just have khichdi. Oh, Krishna. It's nectarian khichdi. And I'm sure it still is nectarian. Say yes if it is. Yes. Oh, you didn't say yes. You don't eat khichdi? Yes. Our khichdi is the best. Yeah, many countries are being affected. In the next few months, if things will not descalate, not escalate. Descalate means go down. Oh boy, everything will be topsy-turvy. But there is only one solution for this. Have faith more in the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Read more Srila Prabhupada's books. Become absorbed more and more in Krishna consciousness and preach. In a sense, there is a positive or advantage of this, what's going on. Preaching will increase. Now we can tell more, and they will understand more what Srila Prabhupada says in the early days of ISKCON, that this place is full of miseries and sufferings, that you are not this body, you are a spirit soul. Your duty is to serve Krishna and go back home, back to Godhead. Go to Goloka Vrindavan. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Shuri Prabhu? Okay, don't touch the tree, okay?
Hare Krishna. You kind of answered it, but I wanted to bring out the dilemma, especially like soon I'm going back to America, and some people say, oh, you shouldn't leave Vrindavan, you're getting old, you want to die here. And that's true, but at the same time, I have responsibilities preaching in South Africa, and they want me to come. Tukarama Laguna sitting now, the Padre Ryan Swami's gone. You're the longest devotee from Laguna, and we can't wait for you to come back.
Joy.
Krishna will take these things in consideration. If I die there, it has to be equal or almost equal to just sitting here thinking I'm going to die in Vrindavan and not go anywhere else.
Yes.
But I spend part of the time here, so it's
Here you come to recharge.
You might get lucky here.
lucky. Yeah.
Wherever the devotee is, that is Vrindavan. You carry Vrindavan with you. Whatever you capture here, not of your iPhone or Samsung, but what you capture, the spiritual vibration, the energy, lock it up in your heart and distribute them little by little.
That's why I've been doing the reading and not paying attention to the news on the iPhone, because I know when I read Nectar Devotion, King Krishna book, it will have good effect.
Yes.
But if I read about the news, it's like my daughter says, oh, I don't go there.
No, sometimes we have to ask some of our God family members.
Yes.
We ask them, how's it going there? It's better to be stay tuned. Yeah, not like you read the newspaper for 2 hours, you know. Skim through it. Yeah. We're practical.
Lord Chaitanya was not designated, he wasn't identified with, but sometimes we think, oh, temple commander, or president, or bureau member, or regional secretary, or GBC, or maybe sannyasi,
Yes.
guru. And so people naturally praise and give respect to the culture and background. So how does one not identify with that title and utilize that power maybe to be instructive or maybe direct, like you say, not commit offenses, but sometimes management, you get yourself in trouble sometimes.
Definitely. There is a tendency that our ego will be like a chapati. It'll be puffed up. We should not be puffed up. Yeah, it's very difficult, isn't it? How do you receive that adulations or praise or giving glories? Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada, they never accept it to be, they are due to really like be respected that way. Srila Prabhupada will always say and give credit to his Guru Maharaj. So when actually, if we are in a position and they offer obeisances, we should not think that, yes, it is for me. It's like, especially a sannyasi, myself, many are wanting to touch the feet. Prabhupada says, don't let them touch your feet, because sometimes, of course, devotees, they have a different purpose. They want blessings. But the materialists, many of them, they see a sannyasi, they want to touch your feet because they want to live some of their karma. It's very, very serious. When even Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada, he is not favorable of this, his feet being touched. That's why Srila Prabhupada also, when he was around, he had a group of big devotees having their dandas. No one can enter and be close to Prabhupada. So Prabhupada says, when someone touched your feet and it was unavoidable, then you think of the parampara. You should not think, yes, I have a lotus feet. Everyone should touch my feet. It's no. Then it'll be a cause of fall down. It's not so easy. According to one's position, one's being praised. Prabhupada will always give the credits to his Guru Maharaj. And he says in one of the classes, I've heard recently, that actually he was pointing out to his disciples. He says, I'm very grateful to you. Actually, my Guru Maharaj has sent you to help me in my mission, to fulfill the instructions I received from my Guru Maharaj. That is his humility. Actually, the more we go up in the rank of bhakti, the more we should be humble and feel not entitled, feel unqualified. I will use again the word entitled. We're not entitled of anything here. Our entitlement is to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Vaishnavas. Not entitled that I need more comfort, I need more luxury, I need more and more to feed my ego. That's very difficult, isn't it? Because of the conditioned state. We always think, hey, I'm the president. Yes, whatever you say.
That's right.
It is not so easy. Not so easy. No. But it takes, yes, it takes a lot of maturity to go beyond that. We should always feel unqualified. Never think that I became qualified now to be in Vrindavan. No. If you're in Vrindavan and you don't do any practical service or preach, maybe it's retirement, yes. But some devotees ask me, they're very old age now also, in a sense. They're still asking me for some service. So they're qualified. Of course, Vrindavan is meant for retirement. It doesn't mean that you sit in your laurel comfort. And yes, one can be intoxicated by having a position. We did this leadership course in Mayapur. Number one cause of one's fall down is that being isolated. Being isolated. Being surrounded by juniors. Not having association amongst your own peers, equal. If you cannot have someone to associate who is more advanced or higher in bhakti than you, at least associate with equal. If you're always surrounded by the juniors, then Hare Krishna. Danger is there. Because you think that, yes, I'm the doer, I'm the proprietor, I'm the enjoyer, I'm everything. I have resources, I have money. So we were listening to a podcast with Prahladananda Maharaj. He had podcasts with Gargs and Buzz. He was saying that, yes, sannyasi, especially when they become spiritual master, is more risk having caught by Maya. But we all should be careful of Maya. The subtle Maya is, the more difficult to get rid of. The subtleness of Maya plays more trick to the devotee than gross Maya. So we must be all careful. Grihasta, Vanaprastha, Brahmachari, Sannyasi. Yes. Any other points? What?
Time's up, Mark.
Time is up. Talk to me later.
Guru Prabhupada ki, Granth Maharaj ki.
Hare Krishna. Okay, don't clap. I may get popped up. It's okay. It's okay. No problem. No problem. Ah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for reminding me of that. I can't not go to my preaching responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Then you appreciate it more when you go and come back.